questions that Linnaeus himself, a Swedish botanist, laid out in Philosophia Botanica and Hortus Upsalienses, two books he published, both written in Latin. As you can see here, this is the design of the garden that Linnaeus designed in Uppsala, which in Sweden. The prints that you can actually see here are really quite incredible. I actually came across them in the university library a couple of weeks ago, and they actually come from the collection of Edward Daniel Clarke, a contemporary of Martin's and professor of mineralogy at Cambridge, who, as you can see, according to his notes in the front here, collected them as he travelled across Scandinavia, Russia, and the Near East between 1799 and 1803. The Linnaean arrangement of the Cambridge Botanic Garden at the time of its foundation makes it the first institution of its kind to be founded according to the core principles of Linnaeus, or of the Linnaean system in Britain. Although there were earlier botanic gardens, most notably the Chelsea Physic Garden in London and the botanic gardens kept by Oxford and Edinburgh universities, these were arranged according to the relations of various plants to medicine or earlier systems of classification. Writing to his fellow botanist Richard Pulteney in 1760, Martin suggested, to quote, "I wish too Mr. Solander would make a visit here, that I might have the pleasure of conversing with a pupil of Linnaeus." This was Daniel Solander, who had been employed by the British Museum to reorganise the old natural history collection according to the Linnaean system, and it seems that he did visit Cambridge to advise on the establishment of the new garden. Attempts to emulate the designs of the Uppsala garden in Cambridge become evident from examining the general arrangement of the plants and buildings. For example, the greenhouses are situated at the far end of the garden. In the Cambridge garden, the greenhouses were placed alongside the back wall of the old mansion house, which was later Mortlock's and then Barclay's Bank, and is now the locality of Zizi's Pizza. You can see the greenhouses on the slide here. As can be seen in this view of the garden,